I'd like to call the April 11th College Park Business Industrial Development Authority meeting to order. Roll call. We'll start with you.
Dr. Lethea Williams, Secretary Treasurer of BIDA, Ward 1 Representative.
Lisa Parker, Ward 2, BIDA Board Member.
Celissa Jefferson, Ward 4, BIDA appointee.
Winston Denmark, attorney.
Dr. Emmanuel Adedira, interim city manager.
Sabretha Beasley, Administrative Assistant to Economic Development, also the Assistant Secretary Treasurer of BIDA.
Roderick Gay, Ward 4, City Council Member.
Bianca Motley Broom, Mayor.
Sabrina Willis, Vice Chair.
Hey, Tracy Wyatt, representing Ward 3 Chairperson. All right, next item on the agenda is review and approve of the minutes. We need to approve the minutes for February 8th, February 26th, March 6th, and March 14th. I'll take them in that order just in case someone has some. We'll start with February 8th. Is there any items needs to be adjusted on February 8th?
Yes.
What you got?
For guests, it's Laveria Baker, not Latheria. So it should be L-A-V-E, Laveria.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Go ahead. Anything else for the February 8th meeting? All right, if not, we'll move on to February 26th. Is there any changes to the February 26th minutes? Hearing none, we'll move on to March the 6th. Any changes to the March 6th minutes? Hearing none, we'll move on to March 14th. Any changes to the March 14th meeting? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to accept the February 8th, February 26th, March 6th, and March 14th meetings.
So moved.
Got a motion, there's a second.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimous. All right, next on the item is additions, deletions, amendments, or changes to the agenda. I do have two. I would like to delete 8B, 8B, and I also like to delete item 8E. Item 8E. Any other changes, additions, amendments to the agenda?
Yes, I would like to add to item F, discussion of the Bill Evans baseball field and green space.
Okay, that's on here already.
The contract is on here, but not the, hold on, I lost my screen.
It's actually not actually what we have is just accepting the deed. Nothing else will be taken up today. We'll have a separate meeting for discussion.
We won't be discussing purchasing it tonight, correct?
No, we will not.
Ms. Jefferson, I don't think they're gonna be trying to talk about that tonight.
No, we're not.
Oh, so it's in our packet, but
Yes.
so we're removing F?
No, what it should read is, it's just, council has deeded over to us. We need to
Yeah.
accept it. That's all we're gonna do.
No, I understand that, but I would like to add a discussion for green space.
For green space?
Yeah, green space
Okay,
in the
so
baseball field.
I don't know if we can, once we accept it, maybe, but I think we'll be given and we'll do, that's fine with me. But what I'm saying is we will have an in-depth discussion on that matter at the next meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So what were
All right,
the ones you were?
so we're gonna delete item 8B and 8E. All right, hearing no others, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carried. Unanimous. All right. Next item is new business, new BIDA attorney contract. Y'all instructed me to enter into an agreement with Denmark and Ashby. We have done that. And so just want to, I guess, ratify that, but you have already given me the authority to do it. So just wanted to put it on to let you know that the contract has been executed.
Okay. I guess I just have a question.
Okay.
I know that we had discussed interim, and last year we had gone through, if we are adding on a new vendor to go through in our SOP, RFQ or RFP, is it interim or is it permanent?
So right now, what I did to take care of that, I put a 60-day out in it.
Oh, okay.
So that's covered.
So that's covered.
I have discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
To Ms. Jefferson's point, I was on the understanding there were gonna be three, there were gonna be different, there were gonna be several people that we were gonna interview. I mean, for me personally, I think that we should consider not using the same city attorney for BIDA. I think it's a conflict of interest personally, and I don't think we're gonna get the most objectivity, and I was clearly under the understanding that there were gonna be several other attorneys that this body was going to talk to. And I can go one step further, and I understand that that's what some other people in the community thought as well.
So my instructions was, at the last meeting, we voted to enter into a contract with him. Those are the instructions they gave me. There was no other further discussion.
I just wanted to put that on the record.
Okay, there you go. All right. So, I guess just to be safe, we'll go ahead and make a motion to accept the contract, even though we voted on it already. Y'all already instructed me to do it. So, would it be in order to entertain a motion, Mr. City Attorney, or we're fine?
You might not want to ask me about my contract.
Say that again?
You City Attorney, right? I'm asking you a legal question.
Yep. If you want to know the answer is yes, you can entertain a motion, but at the end of the day, if you've already voted, you don't have to vote on a matter that you've already voted on again.
Okay, item number B, 6 West BIDA property tours. What I found out, members, that we have some members on BIDA that never toured 6 West. And I just think we need to do that.
Absolutely.
So we sent out 3 dates, April 27th, April 28th, and May the 4th. And so today I sort of like to nail that down because I think this is extremely important. And on this tour, I also would like to maybe tour some developments outside of College Park as well. But I didn't want to, add anything to the agenda until we found a date. That way we can see how many people want to go, we can get transportation. But I would like to, if anyone has any idea of a development they'd like for us to visit, please let me know, or let Sabrina know, I guess. And we'll put it on the agenda and we'll try to tour that site. So now I entertain what day most people comfortable with. Can everyone make Saturday the 27th? I think it's at noon, starting at noon. Can everyone make Saturday the 27th?
It's not a good one for me.
Okay. Can everybody make Sunday the 28th?
I do like
What
Sunday.
time?
Huh? Noon.
Sunday at noon?
Noon.
Okay.
That's good?
That's good.
And we also have Saturday, May 4th. Can everybody make May 4th? Can everybody make May 4th? That's a Saturday.
May 4th, yeah. May 4th
Hold
is
on.
not good.
So let's just check it. The lady
Chairman,
make all the money.
How long would the tour last?
That depends on y'all. So what we're gonna do is we get a date set. We're gonna start at noon. If you say we need to visit 3 sites, but if you say we only need to visit 1, so it depends on how many sites we want to visit. Are you good with May 4th?
May 4th is at noon too? Yeah, I'm fine with May 4th. May 4th or the 28th.
Okay, I'd like to recommend May 4th. Sunday's sort of a,
Yeah.
okay, so, Sabrina, so I like to entertain a motion to do a 6 West Bible tour on Saturday, May 4th. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion, can I get a second? Got a motion and a second?
Second?
Got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, so Sabrina, let's get together. So what I would like for the BIDA board to do is send you by a week from today, send you any development that they're interested in visiting during this tour. We can list them and then talk about it.
Okay.
But the tour will be scheduled for Saturday, May 4th at noon. And so we need to talk about transportation and all that. All right, item C. BIDA monthly meeting date change. There was some discussion about possibly meeting the BIDA meeting to Wednesdays instead of Thursdays. What that would do is allow us to have a different attorney here other than Winston. So, I'll entertain a motion to move the BIDA meetings from Thursday to Wednesday.
So moved.
I got a motion, I got a second.
Can we have discussion? I don't, has that been confirmed with Mercedes? Is it as far as the timing with the GICC? With her, I didn't know.
No, I wouldn't think it would be a problem, but you do make a good point.
Yeah,
As soon as the meeting over, I'll check on it.
got it.
So, all right, so I got a motion and a second, so I need to make a little note, check with Mercedes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chairman, and so that would be the second Wednesday as opposed to the second
Yes,
Thursday?
yes.
I'm sorry, who made the second? Lisa?
Lisa, I think it's Lisa.
So I got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention, motion carried. So starting next month, when I check with Mercedes, we'll send it out, make sure, and we'll start doing it the second Wednesday, instead of the second Thursday. Next on the item agenda is the development vetting and approval checklist. What this was simply about is, it's in the SOP and stuff about how we should do business, but what I want to make sure is that the only change here is that we're trying to improve it to make it a more timely process. So let's say we get an LOI or PSA, and let's say council just had a meeting. Well, there's no sense to wait for council to have another meeting when BIDA have a meeting come up. So it'll go ahead and come to us. If BIDA's having a meeting first, it'll come to us, but it still got to go to council.
Yeah.
It makes sense? So we're just trying to, time kills deals. So to me, it's just more of an efficiency move, and that's simply it.
Yeah. I would just add just a caveat there that there is no refusal of the LOIs.
Okay,
Simply
right,
because mayor and council has to review
right.
before it comes to us.
Right.
So it would be just a matter of administration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Passing it
yeah,
forward.
so, all right, I don't think there's a, need to make a motion on that, do we? Just a consensus, I believe, is all we need on that. And it just, this is just strictly for the throw out, not a lot of discussion, maybe not, but I've had several people come to me and says, clearly College Park, land in plain sight. Branding is important. And for an example, in Atlanta, you got Invest Atlanta. So it sort of tells you what it is. When you see clearly College Park or land in plain sight, it doesn't really resonate with economic development, some people say. So I'm gonna throw this out to say, let's maybe think about if we wanna look at that, or if we wanna hire somebody that does this for a living. People do branding, I mean. So, would y'all like to kick some stuff around first, or would y'all like for Sabrina to go out and maybe do a contract, bring somebody in that does this for a living? I sort of need some direction.
Well, if I may, if we're gonna go that route for the branding of BIDA, then I would throw it out there that if we hire then we make them do, there's something else on the agenda
Okay.
that's coming up, which is the signage for the entrance.
Okay,
So if we're gonna hire somebody to do any type of branding,
Okay.
we'll bundle it.
okay. Makes sense. Okay, so what's my direction to, is my direction has to be to sort of, are we gonna do it ourselves? I need some direction.
I don't know if, you know, oftentimes, there is, social input or public input around branding.
Right,
But I understand that we're authorized by the state.
right.
So, if we do hire or outsource the, marketing and branding development of it, I would just, how can I put it? I guess, I don't, you know,
Can I help
I
you
don't
out
think
a
that it
little
should
bit?
just be around the name, that it should be more around, the marketing
Okay,
behind it as
okay,
well.
okay.
So that.
So we can do a comprehensive thing, I'm just
Exactly.
trying
So it's just
to
not,
take it one bite out of the apple.
you
Yeah,
know,
okay.
just the name is not gonna
Gotcha.
make a difference, but what
Let's-
else
There you go.
behind the name and the
I think,
branding
yeah,
and the, you know.
hopefully they will do, I agree 100%.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
You said something that I thought was important. Well, part of it I wanted to jump on is the community.
Yeah.
So maybe we could have the community's input in the
Okay, have no problem with that. So
the
maybe.
branding.
maybe-
And so whatever we choose as the
Right.
winner, who we hire, they can work off that.
Absolutely. Or what we can do is tell them to bring us two and let the public decide which one they like, or, you know, we can make a recommendation. So
Got it.
so what we'll do then, I'll put it this way. We will have at least one public meeting where we get whatever we think we want to do
Gotcha.
to get input.
Okay.
I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Like that.
Okay, so the instruction is go ahead and have Sabrina to go ahead and start maybe looking up some from companies that does branding and bring it back to us, and then we'll
Yeah.
go from there. We'll have them come give us a presentation.
Yeah, including logo and,
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
all of that, so.
Okay, you got that, Sabrina?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next item is somebody called me and says, man, look at y'all website. It ain't been updated and it's just horrible. So what I would like to do is, if anybody knows someone that does websites, maybe we can have them like go ahead and start working on it, but do a RFP for this particular position. So what I like permission to do is, if someone gives me a name or somebody they know, or I know we had some people that does websites for the city.
Yeah,
Maybe I ask IT director or somebody, does he recommend anybody?
gotcha.
And that person will get us going, but doing this, in the same time, next meeting, we're gonna approve RFP to go out.
Gotcha. I think, something to add to it is going back to the branding of the name, then you may want to think about, you know, the domain name, if you're gonna have a separate, are you gonna have a separate website, or is it still gonna be interfaced with the city?
So I figured we have our own website,
Oh, you're saying
but we
separate,
have a
separate.
link on
To
the
the
city
city.
website that
Oh,
links them to
okay.
us.
Okay, then,
Well,
then
to-
in that case, yeah, you
Okay.
might want to
I think
reserve.
Fine.
Another package would be adding the website
Yeah,
Well-
into the,
to the branding.
Right.
and
So
marketing.
I'm not sure if branding and website is quite the same.
they
but-
go together.
So does.
People have firms, that's what they do.
It's true.
That's all they do. And then you'll have your own dedicated webmaster who takes
Yeah,
care of the
I got
website.
that. So I guess what I'm trying to do though, and I'm fine with that, so we put the RP out, we include that, but in the meantime, we need work on our website now. And so, we'll go ahead and include website and all that when we do the RFP, that's fine. But in the interim, I like to ask who does the city website or whatever for the interim.
To do the updates.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, do I need a motion for that or
Oh.
is it just a consensus? Go
I
ahead.
was going to ask, we just had a new director of communication. If, you know, I mean, she can recommend or
Okay.
help, you know.
Okay.
She
That's
know what she's doing.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And then I can, tomorrow, you know, I can have
Right.
her talk to you.
Okay.
And then take it from there.
All right, so I guess on the consensus, everybody agree that's the way we'll move forward. Item G BIDA Board brought podcast. This is something we used to do when Artie Jones was here. But we can throw that in the brain and wait till we get that going.
So
But-
my only concern with that one
Go ahead.
is, I understand why Artie probably did it previously, simply because it was more promotion behind the economic development
Okay,
department.
okay.
A lot of our information is held in executive session, so I don't know how much
Okay,
we would be able to
Right.
promote. But if we continue to utilize the economic development
you and we will.
department,
Okay.
then I guess
Okay,
it'll be more opportunity to engage the public
okay.
on other businesses that are opening and, you know, transactions. But
Got it.
because much of our information is held
Agreed. So by
so
that,
private until you
right.
know.
So we'll
the
sort of
groundbreaking
pursue it and
public.
see where it goes.
Got it.
Okay. All right. Item H. 6 West Main entrance sign. And I want to hold off on that for a second. Well, we're going to talk about now. So, there's an item later that's going to discuss, but I'll go ahead and handle this one now. You know how the convention center sign on Camp Creek, the big sign, those things ain't cheap.
No.
And so, what I wanted to do is sort of talk about, and Sabrina, I don't know what is that. What I don't know why that's in executive session, but let me just say what I want to talk about. I think it's open. Is that what we did at the convention center? And y'all help me out, Mayor and Winston. And we posed a special tax to help do the common areas. So each business that comes in pays a tax, and to help us maintain the common areas.
Got it.
I think we need to do that same thing at 6 West before we sign the first contract. Now, residential ain't gonna matter that much because they're gonna have HOA. But when we get to rather developing things like office buildings or whatever, we need to have that special tax in place, and I don't know what the direction is to do that. But we want to make sure that we keep the area looking nice like they do in the convention center.
So you're speaking of a CAM tax? for
Yeah, special
common
district
areas?
tax,
Okay,
whatever you want to
so-
call it.
And so when you, are you saying that BIDA would resume, responsibility of that maintenance cost, or is it going to be integrated with the developers?
Yes, so the developer, develop is gonna be in the PSA that he has and I'm just throwing a number out.
Got it.
A 1% tax for special district tax.
Oh, got it, okay, so then,
So that 1% goes in the pot.
Yeah.
We hire a company to cut the grass. We may make enough money to pay for the sign.
got it. Yeah.
So it's just, a lot of these just items for discussion, kind of get the discussion going.
Yeah. No, I understand, it's
Yeah.
a valid point, because you definitely, once the infrastructure is completed there,
Right.
you wanna have
We
your
do the
ground
same thing.
maintenance.
now,
Yes.
Mr. Chair.
Yes. All right, next item is marketing opportunity of non-6 West properties. We don't have a GIS guy, and I'm trying to do economic development as much as I know how, which I ain't no economic development.
Yes.
And y'all know Ben is still on leave, so, but what it is that, I've asked the question and the answer was, we are not marketing none of our non-6 West, and I think that's a shame. So we need to look around, how do we do that? Is we put it out for multiple listings, or do we go out and hire one firm? So I just want to open for discussion to say that that's something next meeting or two, we really need to talk about, because that's development and money sitting on the table. We need to play the council back.
Well, may I say, for the properties that are outside of the 6 West area?
Yes.
Have we determined what we want to be outside of the 6 West area? Is it housing only? Is it school? Like, what do we want? What are we looking for?
Okay, so first of all, let me say this. I doubt if any of us knows the land, what land is available.
Yeah.
So that first. Number two, it depends on the zoning of the place that it's in. So it depends on zoning. If the land is in a commercial zone, if the land is in a residential zone, so you can't say exactly what we want. It depends on the zoning of the property where it's already zoned.
Okay, to that matter.
Yes.
It depends on the zoning.
Yes.
But what do we want in those areas? Because say, for instance, we already know, for
Okay.
instance, we already know what those zones are for.
I
Do
don't,
we
we know
know?
what they for, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Do we know what we want?
We hadn't had that
in
discussion.
those areas?
No, we hadn't had
Because
that
I think it's important as part of urban planning, that idea goes forth as well as when we're marketing.
So you brought something to me. Maybe on this tour, we can
That's what
tour
I was
all the
thinking.
non-BIDA land as well.
Yeah, because,
Yeah,
to piggyback what Dr. Williams is
good point.
saying is, outside of just marketing the non-6 West properties, I do think that planning
Yes,
department needs to create a site map
there you go.
and then let us know with that what the zoning, what the current zoning
Yep.
is. It would be great to have that before our tour.
Tour. I'll see what I can do.
So then
Agree
this way
to.
we
You
can have the
listening?
site mapping
Okay.
during the tour.
It did come up this morning in a development meeting, the planning person wants to be a part of this as well.
And if it also can be categorized by the districts, by the wards as well too.
Discussion, one of the things that been approached by residents who are realtors, who I feel deserve an opportunity to list some of our properties. One is my ward person, Tangi Warrior. You have one in Ward 1. There's just numerous established realtors that deserve an opportunity to market in the city where they pay taxes and live. So I think they should be given an opportunity to come in here and present themselves to us, as well as, if there's any type of RFQ.
Yeah, we'll just put it out and they can apply and we'll get them in here. No problem, I agree. All right, so that's pretty much, that. GICC update, due to time restraints, I think I would like to forego that. Economic Development Report, we don't have Economic Development Director, so I would like to forego that. That brings us to other issues. Any other issues?
Councilman White, just to let you know, Mercedes did leave a packet for you on her update. She asked if you not leave them hanging around afterwards.
Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, so, that's it. I think it's, the next item is executive session. So I entertain a motion to go into the executive session.
So moved.
The motion, can I get a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second to enter into executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Brett.
just for the purposes of discussion of,
Real estate.
Real estate?
To discuss real estate.
Yes. All right, for the purpose of discussing real estate, got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to enter into executive session.